Hi, I am Lori Rummelt, and I'm going to speak about some technological trends in the insurance industry. Specifically, I'm going to speak more to AI, but let's talk about technology as a whole. You know, technology is evolving every single second. Back in the day, technology took maybe 15 minutes to evolve, and it's going so fast and it's hard to keep up with that. So what do? You know, we don't want to be on the bleeding edge of every piece of technology, but we also don't want to be caught so far behind that we can't catch up. And so as insurance agencies, we need to make sure that we're investigating and staying on top of what's out there. At least from a knowledge standpoint, we have to know what's there. And then we have to say, this is good for us today. It might be good for us tomorrow. And how do we get there? What's that plan that we have to get there? So let's talk just for a split second about what insurance carriers are using things like AI for. They're using AI for claims adjusting, underwriting. They're taking that big set of data that they have and consolidating it and consuming it so quickly because they're using AI. Now, if you have ever gone out to a carrier's website and put information into their system for a quote, you put in a name and an address, and let's say you're doing an auto quote, and you put that address in there, and all of a sudden, poof, all of the drivers and all of the vehicles that are registered to that address show up. They did that so quickly. The data's out there. AI didn't create that data. AI captured that data from multiple sources, consumed it, and delivered it to you in a split second. So while we have some people who are a little afraid of AI, let's look at it like that. Look at how it can help us in our day-to-day job. So with things like that, it increases our productivity. We're not now having to manually enter data. You can pick and choose which ones you want to keep, which things you want to keep, and you can move on with your quote. When I think about adjusting a claim and AI gathers data and says, you know, that for this kind of auto accident, this is the kind of damage we can expect to see to give us that faster turnaround. So that use of AI really helps increase our productivity. It increases our productivity. And we're all busy. Couldn't we use that? Along with that increased productivity, we have lower costs. If I'm not having to do certain things, then I have time to do some other things. It lowers that operational cost. Now let's think about this from a consumer standpoint. What does this bring to our consumer? If our consumer can have a better experience, they can send us pictures of their damaged vehicle, and AI can take that and turn that into a quick adjustment. Here's how much it's going to cost. If AI can chat with our customers and maybe answer a question, that increases that experience for our customers. So that does a couple of things for us as an agency. It allows our customers to be happier with us, which means they will stay longer, they will become stickier. And as we know, it costs a lot of money to bring a client into the agency. The real return for the agency is when we renew those policies year after year after year. And studies have shown that if we for every percentage point increase in retention, over time, it can double our income. So retention is important. And if we can use AI as one of those pieces of retention, then it will help the agency. And it does that through that improved customer experience, as well as helping our income, our retention at the agency. That improved customer experience also increases the trust that your customer has in you. And our business is a business of trust. Your client comes to you, they give you money, you give them a certificate of insurance or an auto ID card, and they walk away. You go to the grocery store, you give them money, you walk away with groceries. They only get something from us, really get something from us when they have a claim. And so the ability to increase that trust factor elevates the confidence that your clients have in you, which again will return to you increased retention, and it will help the insurance industry as a whole to elevate the view that customers have of insurance agents. So I want to talk about next about just a couple of use cases in an insurance agency. So let's talk about starting with that low-hanging fruit, those manual tasks that you do that are repetitive, that we can repeat easily. Things like cleaning up data in your management system, running a report that then you do these specific things in your management system to fix that stuff that isn't correct. If you can find those things, you can learn to make, or you can have someone make for you, a digital worker, I like to call them, a bot, AI. And you give it permission, you run it, you tell it when to run, you automatically run it, set it to run, however you want to do it. And it goes in and you can watch it. It'll click here, it'll type this, it'll do that, it'll push this button. It's really cool. And so take someone that's been doing that stuff in your management system and give them back time. Here's one more use case. Accessing carrier websites to grab and retrieve that electronic paper that you need. Policy documents, endorsements, audits, whatever those things are that the carrier processes for you the night before, and then they deliver you an email, and someone has to manually go out to the carrier website, grab that, download it, find your client, attach it in your management system to the correct policy or activity or wherever you want it attached, and give it a name. A digital worker can do that for you. How much time can you take back to allow that person then to do something else in the agency that isn't a manual, repetitive task? So my challenge to you is do some investigation. AI, technology, it's here. It's not going anywhere. So let's embrace it. Let's really look at what's out there and how can we use this to make our client experience better, to give our staff back time, and to really spend quality time with our customers. Thanks for taking a look at my video today.